Alright, so I've done a few things. The audio should be slightly better now because I've actually altered my sound settings on my recording software. It's just OBS. Recording software sounds fancier. But in theory, there shouldn't be any of that little background buzz anymore because I did this thing called what is essentially the most simple thing and something I probably should have learned like the moment I started using OBS, where I apply a filter to the audio and require a minimum amount of noise for the audio to actually pick up. So while I'm speaking like this and my microphone's active, you might hear some of the background buzz, but any quiet moments, which I usually cut out anyway, shouldn't be as apparent. But, I mean, maybe it won't make much of a difference, but it'll make me feel better in editing at the very least. It is also completely untested. I've not tested this whatsoever. This is the test run, so if for some reason the audio starts clipping out, then whoopsies, I'll fix that for the next one. But this one should be fine. I don't know, I've had worse audio issues before. I've had my audio for a video just completely disappear after I started a new hatch or jog rested Digimon, so I couldn't really just re-record it and ended up having to kind of bodge the video together and put it out. But hopefully that's not the case here. So, this side is still a fridge. Mastermon's still chilling in that fridge. She will be chilling in that fridge for the foreseeable future until we get to the end goal of this, which is now only 2 evolutions away. Kinda. It's like 2 in a jogress? We'll go with that. So, on here, I absolutely nailed it. I managed to get my way back onto the correct line with Greymon. So normally I'd have gone Toyagumon to Greymon, I've just gone Hagurumon to Greymon, and now there's only a few ways I can screw this up, but I don't see it happening. I've not done his battles yet, so if you don't know, that's how we get from the adult level to the perfect level, then perfect to ultimate, same thing. But what we do is we battle him a bunch against lots of things, and if his win rate is above 80%, he's a guaranteed evolution. If it's above 70%, you got a pretty decent chance of evolving. If it's above 40% but not quite at 70 or 80, you got like a coin toss, but not a great chance of evolution. But it is possible. So ideally, we're going for an 80% win rate, which I've not done yet. As you can see, 0 battles. Oh, you know what? Let's put Greymon here. Oh, I wonder if I have actually the version 1 background on this. I do. Just because it's funny to put Greymon back on the V1 background. It's all gone full circle. You don't need food, do you? I've just been through this menu like 3 times. You don't need food, but I am training you regardless. So deal with it. Vaccine type, so lots of shakes. Mega Flame and or Nova Blast, depending if you prefer the English sub or dub. Or the Japanese dub, I should say. We can go. Greymon is just a classic. You can't go wrong with Greymon. In fact, actually, I love my entire setup being in my room now because I have everything access to like all of my stuff in one place. Because I can just reach over and grab this little guy. Look at him. This little Greymon guy. Kindly given to me by my partner. And I love him, he's just really cute. So yeah, the goal of this guy is just going to be lots and lots and lots of battles. All of the battles. And hopefully, natural evolution, not once but twice, then jogress. Over here, Bancho Mamimon is still kicking. He absolutely refuses to die. He is trying, like... His stats are draining pretty quickish, but I'm keeping him alive. He's still kind of on death's door. 1 or 2 more chem mistakes and he'll be gone. So I'm just going to see how long I can keep him alive at this point. And now, finally, on the device I see, is a poop. I swear that wasn't there like 5 minutes ago. I checked on this guy. As of yesterday, he was getting to like 95, 97 grams. And it's not great, because I'm pretty sure this drains quicker the heavier Digimon is, or it just drains quicker depending on the last time you actually battled. I don't know what it is. There is definitely something there though. Like, it drains pretty slowly for a while, and then after an amount of time, you will see most of the battle just go in the span of a couple hours. And I'm not sure if it's to do with weight, or again, just how long since you last battled. Here you go, buddy. Have some of these. I do like in Digimon how, like, any Digimon that's kind of got like a helmet or a faceplate or something, their mouth just becomes the bottom of the helmet and the entire thing just goes whoop, 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 whoop. Great. Finally. Also, yeah, 29 days old. Nice. This guy's almost a month old. That's 1 of 12 done. But what I want is to go through this and give this guy... Let's give him... Oh, before I do that, I can show this off. So, this item, only ultimate or super level... Only ultimate or super ultimate level Digimon can wear. I think it's like the burst aura or something. I can't quite remember, but... Basically, it's just a aura around the Digimon. It looks better on some guys than it does on others. I think Seraphimon's is a bit like too wide, so you can't really see half of it most of the time. But you know, I think it does look pretty cool, just in general. What is he spinning around? What was that? I'll have to rewatch that in editing, because like, I don't know what he was doing then, but it was cool. And of course, if you want to take an item off, you can just kind of, yep, remove it. And back to standard. So, what I'm really here to do on the IC is feed this guy, not the platinum poop, even the banjo cap. Hello, Banjo Leomon. So, you can do that with any Digimon. You can do that with like an Agumon, give him the Banjo cap and he'll evolve into Banjo Leomon. Same thing with the shiny poop, that'll evolve your Digimon into Platinum Numemon and the Oryu Blade into Oryumon. And I'd show you training, but I kind of can't. What I can tell you about this is I'm nearing the point where I can show you something fun, probably next time. I think it's like 150 wins or something like that. After a certain point, when you've won enough fights and when your trust meter is full, whenever you fire a critical hit from this, it then changes into a super critical hit, and it does a lot more damage. Same deal with normal attacks, they turn into like super attacks, they do just a little bit extra damage. So like older Digimon that have fought a lot and have a high trust meter are a lot more powerful, like massively more powerful. Also, I went and beat that because I tried to beat that as Garbamon, got to the last fight, lost. I was like, nah, screw it, I'm just going into this one. And I refused to do that first one unless I'm like an Agumon or another child level Digimon, which at some point hopefully I will end up with a Toy Agumon, because Toy Agumon on this device is adorable. Progress on this is going well. I'm going to take Banjo Leomon to a few fights online, or maybe I'll take him through one of these arenas. I'll probably take him through this one at some point later, just when his meter starts getting low. Mastermon here, still going to be chilling, literally. Banjo Mamamon, along with Banjo Leomon actually. Yeah, we can't really make these two fight directly. Be a fun fight to watch. Yeah, he's just doing his own stuff. And as I said, Greymon here just needs fights, then it'll evolve. So I'm going to do that at some point. It'll either be online or it will be some of these. What quest level are we on? 5, let's try 4. Just very quickly. Just going to quickly go through some of these. Against Tankmon first. Yep, one against Tankmon. I should have seen that one coming, considering, you know, virus vaccine. Against Gardramon this time. Gardramon's a fun guy. I really like Gardramon, mainly from Digimon World 1. I just think he looks cool. I like the idea he likes flash different colours and stuff in sprites. Oh, wouldn't you know it, one against Gardramon as well. Warning! Who's the final boss? Andromon. Now this is going to be tough. Vaccine versus vaccine, but it's adult versus perfect. This could be the loss. Come on, Greymon, you got this. Full strength, no care mistakes, no overdoses or overfeeds. Overfeeds aren't a thing on this. Technically, overdoses aren't either. I'll explain that properly in a second. Oh. Oh no. Okay, this is close. Come on, Greymon. Nope, we lost. Okay, womp womp. Oh, and we got injured. Okay, so that actually does tie in with what I was about to explain. These have overdoses, so like you feed 4 proteins and you get 1 overdose point. That then increases your chance to be injured from a fight. This has the same kind of mechanic, but not exactly. So if you feed 4 proteins to your Digimon, which you would sometimes want to do to regenerate or regain one of these points for battle, it does increase your chance to be injured by about 2%. But it doesn't count as an overdose because that's not a tracked stat anymore. Because if your Digimon is asleep and you wake them up, that also increases that chance by 2%. Now, the difference between these is that, one, sleep doesn't increase your chance of injury on this device, and it does on here, but 2, successfully training several times will lower that chance. So, overdose and sleep disturb aren't a thing on this, but that chance to increase an injury is. Fun little pendulum fact for you there. Of course, that information is entirely based on Humulos's guide to these things. Another little side fun fact is, if we go into the bandage menu, we can't because he's not ill or injured, but there's an illness or an injury. Those are different things. You get an illness if your Digimon is over 99 grams, I think. I'd love to show you, but my camera doesn't want to. I'm not sure if there's any other ways of getting an illness, but I can tell you that if you battle a pendulum, if your Digimon is ill and you battle him against another pendulum, the other pendulum will then get ill as well. Which is just a fun little thing, I guess. There was no need to add that, but they did for fun. Makes me wonder if there's any other little secret things that are in devices that we don't know about, because these things are pretty easy to learn about because of how they're made. You can kind of go into the ROM and look through it. There are people who basically look into the software on these things and figure out how they work from that, which is pretty much how we found out about lots of the little details or the exact numbers that you need for evolution. But some of these other devices, like this guy, this thing could have secret stats that no one knows about because it's a bit harder to get into these things. Also because they're just harder to get hold of as well, so less people are likely to go into these things. Anyway, that's enough side tangents. I've gone on to 3 of them already. So, from Mastermon in the fridge, from Greymon, from Bancho-Mamimon, from the little Greymon figure, from Bancho-Leomon, and of course myself. Thank you very, very much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.